Peace to the family. This is the Hood Mystic, representing www.hoodmystic.com. I'm titling this video Vital Information for 2021. If you want to master 2021 easily and effectively, you want to pay attention to this video. You want to actually take notes and re-listen to this video, because the information, although it may resonate with you, it may take a few listens for it to sink in. So what I would say, if this message resonates with you at all, please go ahead and listen again. That's very important. Share, like, I'll upload this video to YouTube, so subscribe to the channel. If you on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel. But going into 2021 is going to be the most spiritual time in our lives. So what that actually looks like, so I'm just not this shadow in the background. So what that actually looks like is a major transformation. So I'm doing this video early. I want this to be the first thought of your day. And as people kind of join this live, I'll just kind of introduce myself, because I rarely do that. I just get on IG, start popping shit, and a lot of people will be like, well, who the hell is you? My name is Kyrie. I'm just a regular guy. I just have a real strong relationship with my ancestors, a real strong relationship with my higher guides. And what I deal with is what I call intuitive astrology or intuitive living. That's how I live my life. So I'm not I'm not the richest man in the world. I don't even consider myself the most spiritual person in the world. All I am utilizing, all I'm utilizing is my intuition. So a lot of people like to put me in boxes and categories and call me an astrologer and things like that, and that's cool. That's how a person could receive me. But if you know me as an artist, you know me as a father, you know me as a lover, you know me as a caretaker, you know me as a provider, you know me as, a friend, you know me as a human being. And I'm not classified under human titles. So generally when people call me an astrologer, they're trying to put me in a box that makes it comfortable for them to accept me. But the reality is that I am a soul having a human experience. And my goal on this plane of existence is to embody that, okay? And what I share is for you to embody who you are as a soul. Now, this may sound simple, but it's extremely difficult and it's extremely challenging, because at every moment's notice, your humanity is flaring up, and even deeper, because consciousness, divinity, it's funny because I had one this whole time. So consciousness, divinity, all of these concepts, right? When you reference the powers that be, let's just leave it there for a second. And just so we can kind of have a consensus of who I'm referencing. The powers that be, they knew about who you are before you knew who you were. Okay, so the system has been specifically designed from the inception. There's a thing called school, right? School is an invention. It is not a natural part of our biological upbringing. Okay, so within school, there is a grading system. There's also a gender system, and there's also education or mind control altering. So I say all of that to say is that the purpose of 2021 is for you to learn yourself. Now, you may automatically feel as if you already know who you are, but the reason why I can't sleep The reason why I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning is so I could share this message with you. So I really want you to take some time to take some deep breaths and prepare yourself for what I'm about to say about you, because you need to understand who you are moving into 2021. It is vital. Why do I say that? Because everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, people are trying to scare you into a particular situation or a particular reality. You have to begin to ask yourself, why is all of this fear-mongering existing on the planet? What are we so afraid of? Well, the reality is that everyone is afraid of you. Now, a lot of you have watched the movie Soul. A lot of you have broken it down. A lot of you feel as though that you can watch a movie and they will put truth inside of a movie. Let me tell you right now, family, whether you enjoy something, look, I enjoy Yin Yang Twins, right? I enjoy ratchet strippers at a strip club twerking the Future songs, okay? What I enjoy does not equate to deep, okay? What you equate to pleasure externally does not equate to knowledge. When we reference knowledge, we are referencing intuition. What am I talking about? Intuition is listening to yourself, moving based upon what you say, and then being confirmed on your actual movements. So when you reflect on that, you might think, why did I even think to even do that? That's intuition. If you watch something on TV and you come to a consensus that I enjoyed that, please believe that you are mind controlled and hypnosis and hypnotized into a particular state. And the reason why I'm bringing this all up is because consciousness is now inverted into humanity. All of your spiritual leaders and your spiritual teachers have been compromised by greed, fame, attention, and lack of resources. So when it comes to misinform you, they don't care. They'll do it without a moment's notice. So you pay attention to your conscious friends and you say, look, why the fuck is you referencing a video? Why you ain't referencing some work that you did? Right? We are conditioned to be entertained into our spirituality because a lot of woke people said, oh, we need to decode movies. We need to break movies down. And I got into it until I broke it down. That's what I do. I break shit down. I get into shit and then I realize, oh shit, they're trying to hypnotize my people. They're trying to hypnotize us at a most confusing level. They want our spiritual practice to be a part of their entertainment world. So when you have all of these initiates, I won't even call them Masons because they ain't making no rules. They following rules. So they mere initiates. I'm being told, giving little breadcrumbs, little information. And the deepest, most tragic thing that our conscious people do is that they read books and they source books and they quote books that they know you're not going to read. So they say, oh, I read in such and such book that this mean that. When the reality is, you are the book. You are the source. You are the fucking quote. So what I'm about to say to you is very important and it's vital for you to move into 2021. Nobody is more spiritual than you. Nobody has deeper breakdowns than you. Nobody is going to come to you on your IG or on your YouTube or on your Facebook and anoint you with spiritual magic. No matter how much business you make, no matter how much money you make, no matter how many subscribers you have, that is not indicative that you're on the right path. Cause I was a hustling ass nigga, and sometimes I got a good year. You feel me? A good year of hustling, not going to jail. You might think that it's okay to do it. So the reality is that your external world does not indicate that you're on the right spiritual path, because it's not an external path, it's a spiritual path. So in order to understand your spiritual path, we got to get to the nitty-gritty of the spiritual purpose. Now, of course, I probably haven't said something that I haven't already said before, but it's vital that I be as clear as I possibly be with what I'm about to say about you. Now, let's deal with this. I'm talking to human beings this morning, this evening, this afternoon, wherever this video finds you. You imagining yourself to be a human being, to have a mom and a dad and a grandma and a grandmother. Okay? But before I get into you, let's talk about other human beings that you tend to talk to about certain situations, such as COVID, such as mask wearing, such as Black Lives Matter, such as the Democratic Party, such as racism, such as media, such as liberal controlled media, how all of your entertainers are compromised, how all of your conscious leaders are compromised. What happened to Bobby Hemmett? Why he just disappeared like that? What's the real deal with that? Why we just gonna take niggas' word from it because we believe in this idea of melanin? What if melanin was thrown out the window? What if we took niggas on their own merits? How would we then look at them? Why we gotta wait 5 months for a package and things of that nature? You would start asking more questions once you remove the veil of deep nigga and start looking at a person based upon their results, based upon their merits. So when we are trying to understand why things are the way that they are, some beings, human beings, do not have a soul. I know that's easy to hear, but it's hard to process because y'all laid up with motherfuckers who don't have souls right now. Because if your relationship ain't spiritual, it ain't a relationship. I'm gonna say it again. If your relationship ain't spiritual, it ain't a relationship. Because dogs can get breeded. I mean, you put a male dog with a woman dog for long enough, they'll start fucking each other. So stop thinking that because you having sex and you listening to videos about consciousness that now you can foray into sex magic. What do you mean you want to do sex magic with your partner? Why can't y'all both come to the forefront and talk about sex magic as a couple? Why one of y'all gotta be deep and the other one gotta be gangbanging? That don't work. That don't work. Why y'all trying to make it work? 2021, that ain't gonna fly. Cause a lot of y'all be prophesizing about how deep you is. And it ain't I can be deep and be single, but I for sure can't be deep and be fucking bitches on the low. Cause that's shadow. And if I'm fucking mad bitches, then that's my reality. I'm the hood mystic. I fuck mad bitches. I got 6 bitches that I'm fucking. Full disclosure. But if that's not my reality, that's not my reality. Whatever your reality is, claim it. Own it. Don't try to hide from your reality. You a Tinder addict. Once they say in AA, once you admit that you have a problem, now you can actually solve it. I can't get off of Tinder. It's support groups for that. Real talk. 2020 was all about the shadow. See, a lot of people have been trying to be what they're not. Spiritual development is that. It's development. It's never a point where you say, okay, I'm the most spiritual nigga in the world. Give me my crown. Give me my subscribers. Listen to me be deep all day, every day.
But that's what people say, though. Without saying it.
Exactly. But that's how shit goes in one ear, not the other. I mean, it's not a point of recognizing that you are a human and that you're successful. Cause I'm successful as shit and I don't give a fuck. I'll be like, damn, it's crazy how successful I am and how crazy I don't give a fuck at the same time. What you mean? Meaning that I still feel the same person that I always been my whole life. now that I'm successful. I don't even feel like I changed or nothing. I just like, oh shit, I just got hella money in the bank. That's cool. Now what? I still listen to the same music. I still got the same girl. I still got the same kids. I still got the same goals. Money don't change me. Money don't matter. So now let's deal with some real shit. Cause I can understand if I was a nigga who ain't have no money, and I was like, well, money is all. Like, no. Let's do big bank, tank, little bank. So I'm saying it from a perspective of I don't need cash. I am cash. I built cash. I made cash. Google it. So it don't matter is what I'm saying. What matters? You matter, but who are you? Man. Y'all watch that movie Soul, and hopefully you took from it what you needed to take from it, and you can digest what I'm about to tell you.
But you didn't even see the movie. This is the crazy part, is that y'all didn't even see this movie, and he about to tell y'all all this. And the thing is, I watched the movie with the kids, and he's absolutely right.
I mean,
I just gotta put in that disclaimer because this shit's crazy.
I'm tapped in. I'm tapped into the Disney. You know that I'm tapped into Disney though.
Yeah.
You know I don't fuck around with Disney. You know that we ritualize. We was in Florida when the movie came out to reverse the ritual.
Yep, sure was. Sure was. Got there that day. That shit's funny.
The day it came out, we was there reversing the ritual. So, of course, I had to continue explain what I'm talking about, because if I wasn't there, back to what I started off this video with. I'm an intuitive. I don't go off of, well, I think, or maybe, or if I'm not 100% sure, then I'm not fucking with it. But sometimes I'm 100% sure about shit that don't make no sense at all. But I fuck with it. I go hard with it. At the end of the day, it make perfect sense because I'm intuitive. At the end of the day, your intuition is always right. Meaning that little energy within you that knows should not be suppressed. It should be followed. It should be loved. It should be dealt with. But can you identify your intuition is very important, because fuck niggas. Waste of time, girls. Waste of time, friends. They remove your intuition as quick. Your job don't give a fuck about your intuition. Your job hates your intuition. Because your intuition is thinking about yourself, and your job is thinking like, damn, I gotta keep this person under mind control. I gotta make sure to make this person think that they need me, to the point that they play a mind game with you. They'll let you think that they'll let you go when they need you. So throughout that whole process, your relationship with your employer is always unhealthy. Because if you can't just be like, well, today I don't feel like doing this shit, then your intuition is overridden. So this is why you feel like you can't work, or you don't want to work or need to work and shit like that. Because you have intuition. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you understand why you wake up in the morning and be like, fuck, shit.
Can't go back to sleep. Or why all the kids wake up at the same time in the morning.
I'm talking about people who got to go to work.
Oh. But yeah, kids going to school too. They wake up at the same time in the morning.
It's like if you have to go to work and you have an intuition, you override your intuition for your job 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Your intuition is primal. Your intuition is source. Your intuition is who you are. It's so education is learning. Tuition is like the payment for learning. Intuition is your ability to pay yourself first. Listen to yourself first. But if you have a schedule, if you owe people your time for money, for energy, for bartering, your intuition is compromised. Even if you work from home. Because I did that shit. It's the same as working. You might as well work at the damn job. Because the whole premise is of a human being. The whole premise of life, my nigga, is to follow your intuition. When you do not follow your intuition, the things that will come subsequent to spirituality don't even exist for you. Because you've chosen to make money. You've chosen to listen to your people. You've chosen to listen to your inner saboteur over your intuition. Intuition comes from a very quiet place. So 2021, the ancestors is working so hard to take these rappers out of here. Stop listening to hip hop. I mean, not all hip hop. Music is great. But you gotta be so discerning and so selective with the music that come across your ears. Because we're entering into a 5-year. 5 in Tarot represents crises. But once you embed it with the 5 energy, you can't see my tattoo, but through the flames, I'm the king of 5. My wife is the queen of 5. We got it tattooed on us. I'll show you in the daytime. But we understand crises. We understand overcoming of crises. So the idea of crises is that of a mountain or a speed bump. Now to an ant, a speed bump is a mountain. But to a vehicle, a speed bump is just something that you got to slow down a little bit for in order to get over it. So what we need to focus in on is our larger energy, our vehicle, our chariot. I have a picture posted on my IG with the green orbs and things of that nature. And I clearly see a chariot leading us to where we need to be. However, the concept of the chariot is found in those green orbs. What I'm referencing is your silent self, your quiet self, your intuitive self. But even deeper, we need to bring a tangible mind to that. We need to bring a tangible mind to this. You need to conceptualize source energy. Why do you need to conceptualize source energy? Because when it comes to manifesting in 2021, when it comes to living your best life, when it comes to getting everything beyond your desires, you got to think beyond your desires. You have to conceptualize that source wants more from me than I even want. The things that I wanted for myself, a Caprice with 20-inch rims, a light-skinned girl, about 10 pairs of Jordans, a studio apartment. Those are stupid desires. Any desire that can conceptualize out of a human mind would be like an ant wanting a crumb as its largest desire. I'm an ant, and all I want is a crumb. And Source is saying, well, I can give you a whole cake. So why is conceptualizing and making your soul tangible. This is vital. Because fuck what a person has to say on Instagram and YouTube about what you need to do and how you need to be. You are soul or source. Your ability to feel that and make that tangible as you possibly can. Because it's not tangible. But within your mind's eye, within your heart, within your being, your soul is fire. It is heat. It is passion. It is the feeling that you feel when you're at your best, right? When you are at your best. I come to you today at my best. Mentally, physically, energetically. I've never felt better. I've never been clearer. And people have always complimented me. But I've never felt better than this present moment. Why? Because I am not Kyrie. I am Source. Kyrie is a name that Kyrie's mother gave him. They said, Kyrie, you should do this. Kyrie, you should be like that. Kyrie, you this type of person. Kyrie, I like you for this. But my source entered into the vessel known as Kyrie. And every moment since then, I've been pulled further and further and further and further away from the truth of who I really am. So today, I come to you as Source. What I share is that you get in tune with your source. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Going into 2021, listen to yourself. Invest in yourself. Learn from yourself. Because the self-love is the love yourself has for you. So what does the self, how deep does the self love you? How deep does your soul love you? Because we're talking about self, capital S. The Jungian self, right? The shadow self, the hidden self, the higher self, the God self within you. How much does that part love you? Infinitely. Because it's allowing you, it's holding the space for you to figure it out. What are you figuring out? That you are that. And so I had this message for 24 hours. And as soon as I heard it, family, I wanted to jump on live. But I said, wait a second. I have to feel what I'm going to be saying first. And then share it. Because once I felt it, now you can feel it too. And you can now then search and seek something that truly matters today. The love that your soul has for you. And keep that shit up all 2021, family. All 2021. Why? Because 5 equals crisis. 4 is a preparation. 4 is power. 4 is planning. This is a powerful full moon. This full moon is revealing what your story has been. You could be a survivor in this matrix, or you can be a thriver. You could be a reactor, or you could be a creator. And that's divine. Because in that react, you get create. It's an anagram. See how spirit works? I didn't contrive that. That was just placed upon our laps. So grand rising, family. When the sun rises, understand the heat that you feel from that sun. Listen, it's about 30 degrees, 25 degrees. I wouldn't care if it feel like 75. I feel like I'm on a beach. because I'm source energy. So my manifestations are in order, my love is in order, and if the whole world around me is in chaos, or if I gotta, roll in the mud, get trudged through the snow, you can't touch the source. Why can't you touch the source? Because I can remember existing outside of my mother and father. You ever listen to the stories? Probably the most interesting stories that everyone knows is the stories of how their mother and father met. Now, exceptions to every rule. And even if you don't know, you would like to know. And even if you don't know, you do know because you are the angel. You are the angel. You are the God. You are the God that sat before them before they consummated their relationship. You are the Gabriel. You are also the reincarnated Jesus, Christ, Savior. Because you remember that you are source and you chose those two motherfuckers. Don't excuse my French. Allow it. Allow my French to create you. You were there. You seen it. You allowed it. You chose it. And you said, oh, let's get it. Let's get it. I'm about to reincarnate and I'm going to figure this whole situation out. Because I'm not going to be confined to the body like everybody else. I'm going to realize that I'm actually the source of. I'm the generator of. I've been doing a lot of work, family. I've been doing a lot of spiritual work, a lot of inner work, a lot of things. But this message right here has been on my heart for the past 24 hours. And I'm so grateful that I woke up, not to get churchy or religious, but I'm so grateful that I woke up today to share this message with somebody who possibly was going through a dark time until they realized that they were source, right? Think about that all day. Hold that. Don't let that go. All day. 2021. Cement and find your higher self. Make it real. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Communicate with your soul in the most passionate, deepest, loving way. Do not, 2021, please don't love that nigga more than your soul. I mean that. Please don't love your job more than your soul. I mean that too. Please don't love little baby more than your soul. Little shorty with the fat ass. Not this year. I got deeper spiritual soul finding work to do. And the deeper part of it is if you make this commitment, you might inspire or might be the beacon to inspire other people to conceptualize and make their soul real. See, a lot of y'all, listen, 2020, I've had enough. Y'all made y'all troubles and issues and drama and bullshit real. And it been going in one ear and out the other, family. I love y'all. But I can't validate your insanity. So I won't even honor that. What I will honor is you developing and bringing forth and following your intuition all 2021. So 2021 starts now. Don't make no resolutions. Why? Because when you desire, that's like an ant wanting a breadcrumb, and Source have a whole cake for you. Peace to y'all. Hopefully you can rewatch this video, take notes. I mean this video for the whole 2021, you know. I'm just here doing the work, you feel me? And this is what I choose to share. This is how it is coming across to me, and hopefully it resonates with you and you can share this information and pay it forward, because it's really important for black people not to be scared of no goddamn nothing. I ain't even going dirty up this video with all of the false rhetoric that's out. So I'm gonna leave it with that, man, and y'all go enjoy y'all day. Peace to y'all.